That was terrible.
That was crap. That was garbage. This place sucks.
Overreaction Monday.
All right, before Joe Manganiello comes out of our green room, hit it, Chris. What do you have?
All right, hey guys, what's up? Everybody good?
I'm good.
Right.
Thanks for asking.
Ray, what'd you eat while you were?
Super. Thanks for asking.
Soup?
A lot of soup.
A lot of soup. Good.
Yep. That's how you overcome influenza.
Well done. All right, so we got a few NFL and then a couple kind of randoms. Jimmy G, we talked about him on Friday, Rich.
I
Didn't
know.
see that. Got popped for
and he's it's a gift the Raiders now can cash in and not pay him $11 million and just cut
That's
him.
a write-off. Jimmy G's days as a starting quarterback are over.
I'll call this an overreaction. Let me ask you this question.
No.
Chris. No. I'm not talking about you.
Oh, okay.
I'm not talking about you. Those days are over. Belichick's gone. You remember a quarterback named Brian Hoyer?
I do.
How many times we say his starting days are over? Chris, wait a minute. Hold on, I'm not done.
Okay.
You remember a quarterback named Ryan Fitzpatrick? You'll see him on Thursday nights. He's very good.
Yeah, great beard.
He was at our party.
How many times?
We did see Fitzpatrick.
How many times were we told his quarterback starting days are over? Hold on a second.
Okay.
Remember a quarterback named Zach Wilson?
Oh.
Dude, he's like the Undertaker. Just keeps popping up from the canvas. Remember? This sounds like the Chris Farley show. Remember when Jimmy Garoppolo, the quarterback in question, was told, "You're so far gone, we're not even giving you a playbook at the start of training camp." And by the end of training camp, he was signed, and then wound up being the starter.
Yeah. Okay.
Get out of here with saying his days are over being a starter in this league.
Let me tell you about Nathan Peterman.
Where's the spot for him?
Oh, you mean for this year?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he's a guy that winds up in Pittsburgh, backing up Kenny Pickett.
Yeah.
Honestly. Or backs up Mason Rudolph because Pickett's gone, which ain't happening. I'm just pointing out. Come on.
I know the fine ladies in the Pittsburgh area would love to have Jimmy G.
Heyo.
Come
This
over
guy.
for some pierogies.
Heyo. All right.
Maybe he could be in a Pittsburgh version of Suits for Jerry Dulac to binge.
He could be.
By the way,
goodness suit.
those who might be watching this segment back on YouTube, thinking, what's the context of that? Trust me. What else, Chris?
Okay, I was doing my best to tamper with this guy when we were in Vegas. So when he came on the set,
Oh, I saw it.
a team, not the Bucks, are going to overpay for Baker Mayfield.
Which team would that be?
I don't know. A team.
A team.
A team.
Somebody's going to overpay.
No, I think
not the Bucks.
I think he's not going anywhere. I think that this is. I'm not saying he's not worth going and getting, but honestly, I don't know who the teams. This quarterback market, free agent market, is going to be fascinating to me. Fascinating, because the question is Kirk Cousins going to be healthy enough? You'll assume he is. Who's going to go get him? Could it be Denver? Then they've got to make moves. There's a lot of places where moves need to be made for the quarterback opening to be had, and the moves that are made might be for a rookie. And he's not going to go to a spot where suddenly he's signed and then all of a sudden he's got a shelf life. This is his team now, and I think he's staying put, and I think the Bucs would be wise to just make sure that this is a total overreaction, as I believe it is. What else you got, Chris?
Rich, C.J. Stroud has set the bar very high for rookie quarterbacks. I'm going to say one of the top 3 drafted quarterbacks this year will make the playoffs in 2024.
Okay, so Caleb will take the Bears to the playoffs.
Or whoever goes to 1.
Drake May or Jaden Daniels will take the Commanders to the playoffs, and whoever doesn't take the Commanders to the playoffs will take the Patriots to the playoffs. I'll call that an overreaction.
We don't know who's trading up. What if the Giants trade up?
Really?
What if Denver gets in the top 3?
Okay.
What if Atlanta goes into the top 3?
What if nobody moves out of the top 3 because they're so enamored with these quarterbacks? So there's that. And even if, so here's the one way that you might be correct, is that one of these top 3 quarterbacks falls to like 5, 6, or 7 and winds up with one of these teams. Because the Bears trade down one spot, keep Justin Fields, and take Marvin Harrison for him. And the Commanders move up one spot. I'll call this an overreaction at the moment. I think C.J. Stroud's a unicorn, pal, and I think we're learning that right now. Did you see him go at Fred Taylor in the pivot?
Yeah, that's a little. I mean,
did you see him basically say, "Where'd you go, Florida? Oh, why do we even have a conversation about national championships, Florida?"
I don't think CJ understood that when Fred was at Florida,
he
Florida
won.
No,
I know that
was Bama at
but
that
he's
time,
just talking about recency in the same way that a bunch of quarterbacks and the young quarterbacks. Didn't Kyler Murray think the Cowboys are trash because they haven't won a thing since he's been alive?
I mean, look,
that's the way it goes.
I'll tell you what, I like C.J. Stroud and Micah Parsons going head-to-head in the celeb game. That was fun.
That was fun, but nobody dunks like Puka.
Right?
Yep.
I'm surprised teams even let those guys play.
I love it. What else?
Justin Jefferson. We'll be talking about him coming up.
My cousin.
He should go full Kirk Cousins and demand a fully guaranteed contract.
Okay. Yeah, that's not an overreaction. He should demand it. And then
sit out if he doesn't get it.
Well, now that's a different story. You didn't add that to your
Well, I wrote that in the car
statement.
this morning. I'm workshopping.
So now you're adding.
If he doesn't get a fully guaranteed contract, he should sit out.
That's crazy. No, that's crazy. That's an overreaction. Not far be it for me to tell that sweet young man, our new BFF. What a delight.
He was great.
Having him on our set.
TJ's cousin.
Yeah.
Is that what you said to him?
Well, we figured it out.
Oh, okay.
He said, "You're my people," so we're going to hook up at the family
Did you
reunion.
swab? I didn't see any swabs there.
I mean, now we did. We
Okay.
could just tell.
23andMe?
That's right. Well, it's what you're saying. You should get $23 million guaranteed or nothing.
$123 million guaranteed.
Per year.
So we had a bag for him. It just wasn't that bag.
By the way, I think that's what he's going to get. But hold out. Come on. Get out of here with that.
All right.
What else?
Russell Wilson. Did you see his house is up for sale?
I did see that.
Hey. That trade Denver made and the extension, worst move in NFL history. That was stupid.
All right. Okay. It kind of looks it right now. Let's see what happens. How about Sean Payton?
He had more bathrooms in his house than wins with the Broncos.
Look at you. Sean Payton saying that they have a good relationship and he might still be there.
Yeah,
That's what he told us at the Super Bowl, pal.
To quote the great Irvin Magic Johnson, he ain't going to be there.
To quote Chris Mannix, I got a bridge in Brooklyn I can sell
Okay,
you.
very good. The story is yet to be written.
All right.
What else?
There shouldn't be any All-Star games anymore in any sport.
That's correct.
Let's get rid of all of them.
Correct.
They're all pointless. This generation of kids don't care. They make too much money and they care about too many other things than to play in some dumb exhibition that doesn't matter.
Correct. They want to be honored as such, but not honor the game by playing it as if it should be. And the fact that
100%.
The fact that kids are sitting there and 13-year-old kids in my household are saying it doesn't look like they're trying very hard. And the number of kids that watched the game played that way, it is not the way the league wants to have coaches say, hey, play defense like this or shoot like that, or it is beyond the last best foot forward the association could put out there with their best feet and arms and legs and hands and everything else. There should be no All-Star games anymore unless players actually are committed to being competitive in it. And if that means jostling someone around, yeah, that's what I agree. Now, baseball is not very competitive, not because they don't try. It's because everybody comes out of the bullpen and throws 110 miles an hour.
Exactly.
So
the games are 2-1, 3-2, 2, whatever.
So unless you put a speed limit on what you can throw, I don't know.
That's funny.
So baseball is just a different conundrum. It's not that they don't try.
Yeah, it's still fun to watch baseball, but all the other sports are done.
I'm with you. I don't think that's an overreaction at all.
See what? Two more.
And then Joe Manganiello's coming out.
In no way does LeBron not want a farewell tour. Like, what are we doing? And then he comes out and
He
says
he's 50-50, though. It's a coin flip.
I've never been comfortable with praise. You call yourself the king and the GOAT. What do you mean?
So let me ask you this question. TJ, you can chime in if you wish.
All right.
Which, by the way, I shouldn't have to say that. You can always chime in, as you know.
Oh, okay. Cool.
But this is not placed in front of me for me to comment on whether this is an overreaction or not. This subject matter in no way does LeBron not want a farewell tour, is for Chris to sound off on LeBron James. Yes or no?
Well, Chris,
Is what I just said an overreaction or not?
Chris will sit here and tell you that, I have no problem with LeBron, but it does kind of seem that he does.
I don't have a problem with
slight
LeBron.
Problem with
he
LeBron.
just says the dumbest things all the time when he doesn't have to.
Well, he's maybe really torn on wanting the attention for a farewell tour in every city he goes to.
Definitely wants a farewell tour. Let's be honest.
I think so.
He wants like a 4-year farewell tour.
Yeah, and also, does he deserve a farewell tour?
Yes,
Absolutely.
of course. But like,
just
why
don't
come out
Don't
and
say
be
it.
like, I'm 50-50 and if I want that. Who are you fooling?
Maybe he thought he was 50-50 if he wants one next year.
I'm right. Correct? That he's throwing this out there for him to sign off, not for he doesn't care what I have to think.
In this particular occasion, I agree.
We
with
agree.
You. Yeah.
Proper reaction.
All right, last one.
Yes.
Last one, and this is probably just so I can get a reverse jinx out there. The Dodgers are going to set the MLB wins record this year.
Oh, I don't think that's an
Spring
overreaction.
training is
at all.
starting. I'm
Dude,
watching clips of Ohtani.
do you know how many
He looks
times-
incredible.
do you know how many times-
they're going to win like 140 games.
Do you know how many times over the weekend Cooper says to me, Dad, Ohtani had another batting practice session.
They're amazing.
And he's like, he took 20 swings. Guess how many home runs? Right?
Like 20. I can't stop watching
And
them.
then he comes in the other day and he says, Dad, I just saw a video of Yamamoto throwing bullpen. And I'm like, really? And he goes, yeah, Mookie Betts gave him a standing ovation. And
Their
I'm
best
like,
player is switching positions. That's how stacked this team is.
and by the way, Ohtani's best trait
He's not even doing.
He's not even doing.
He's just going to hit.
Richard Coop's allegiance is going to switch to the
Hell
Dodgers.
Oh, Rich,
No,
you're
hell
worried
no.
about that.
No.
You are worried.
No, I'm not.
Rich,
That's an
worried
overreaction.
about that.
Not at all.
Rich
Not at all.
Ohtani's within driving distance. Juan Soto's
My
on the
only
other
concern-
side of
my
the
Soto
country.
is so far away
My
now.
only concern.
You can't control these kids
I will
now,
tell you
Rich.
my only concern. My only concern is that my kids are going to want to constantly go to Dodger Stadium, and the Dodgers won't use a single dime of the money that I will be putting in and everybody else will be putting in for them to not pay Ohtani until 30 years from now. They won't put a single dime into making it easier to get in and out of there or safer for people to actually cross the way that you need to go through to park, to create the traffic jams because they're constantly walking past. Hey, Dodgers, how about a little walk?
Figure it out.
How about a little
Walkway. There.
walkway? Either underground or overground. Let's move it.
Wait, well, Frank McCourt
Improve
still
it.
owns the parking lot, right?
Oh, is that what it is?
I think so.
Oh, that'll never happen.
Hey, all right, I'm done.
There we go. Good stuff. And here we thought, what are we going to talk about on Overreaction Monday when there's no actual games being played? Look at you, Chris.
Cooper Eisen, big Dodger fan.
You know what we're going
Big
to talk
Dodger
about?
fan.
Stuff that Chris wants to get off his chest. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.